Hello, everyone, and welcome to Get Folked. You know, it's weird. Just as I was about to say the opening gambit there, I would make my opening gambit. The screen started going like, you know, the way there's a screen inside a screen, inside a screen, inside a screen, inside a screen.
Yeah.
With all black in the background and like code-looking stuff. It's kind of worrying.
Yeah.
Kind of feels, it has the feeling of being hacked. Yeah. Hello everyone and welcome to Get Folked, casual listening podcast anchored in our love of folk music with enough slack in the line to take you into our worlds of Berlin, Limerick and beyond. My name is Andrew.
My name is Edward. I don't think hackers would want the screen to pop, all the black screens to pop up. I think that would it just be maybe your operating system just going, hey, we're trying to do shit, but it's a little bit slower than normal.
So slow that it's just ones
just
and
popping up
zeros.
Screens that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you are being hacked right now.
My apologies.
Maybe they're
for
like,
the
we
stumble.
want in on this podcast. That's what we want. They're just waiting for the podcast to start.
But like a horse in the Grand National, I clipped the fence, but stayed going. I don't know if it's like most horses actually. When they clip the fence, they just stay going unless they fall.
I've never seen a single horse clear a fence in the Grand National. They always fuck it up. They always like make shit of the fence. It's part of the fun. I think it's the only thing the kind of horses get out of is gonna fuck.
It's
this
like
fence
the
up.
tough mother of horse racing, I believe. It's the kind of how they see it, anyways. You know, it's punishment. Except they don't have a choice in it. They're just told, "Yeah, go." Fucking tough mother.
Saw like, you know, horse racing is quite popular in Ireland and in the UK as well. And there was some kind of I think it was the Grand National. Was it last year? There was a big protest at it, and there was people like trying to break into the onto the grounds and disrupt the racing.
Oh yes,
protest cruelty to animals. And you know, do you remember that?
Female or not female? Is it female? No, it's not female. It's what do they call it?
Not sure.
God, that's annoying. Now I should PETA.
I don't know if it was PETA, but anyway, it was some animal rights group. But it was you know, it's one of those things where horse racing in my brain is just a thing. It's just a thing that exists. I didn't really think about it too much, you know. And then when I see the protesters going in, I'm going, it's weird that they're getting so animated about horse racing and stuff like that. But then, you know, when somebody asks you or says like, well, why do you think it's good to why do you think it's okay for a horse to be forced to run around like that and then whipped? And I kind of go, don't know. I don't have a good answer. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's always
they like it. Just have it, you know.
Yeah.
So I hadn't really thought about it up to that point, but I do think. Yeah, go on.
No. Continue, please. What do you think?
Just those protests are kind of a double-edged sword in a way. I think, as from the protesters' perspective, I think they get to maybe do something high-profile that gets their point across, while also that's one end of the sword. The other end of the sword is, I think it might.
It's the edge now. We're not working at the ends of swords. We're on two edges now. No, are we going at the ends of swords? Does this have blade on both sides of your sword?
You're holding the blades.
It seems like or it's like a kind of a Star Wars type thing where the handle's in the center in the blade. Anyway, you did say okay. Go continue.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point you raised there as well. Again, Andy, you're really getting me to think here this evening. Like double-edged sword, I think it's more as likely to cut you as the other person, right? That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But don't all swords have two edges? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't think that. Yeah, I'd never. Now you're making me think about the things I'm making you think about because.
Yeah, exactly. You made me think about it first. Now I'm reflecting it back to you, making you think about it.
Philosophy. It's a philosophical podcast now.
Maybe if we just spend the next 50 minutes sitting in silence and reflecting on those things. No, but you know, there's no. I don't think there was ever
hold the space.
Maybe it like it's from a time when swords with only one sharp edge were common, and then some bright spark got the bright idea like, wait,
if we do both,
what if I make both edges pointy and sharp, or not pointy but sharp, won't I like double my cutting power?
Mm.
You know, and all the lazy blacksmiths are like, fuck's sake, now I have to fucking sharpen both sides of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Fucking tell the missus I won't be home now tonight. I have to fucking sharpen the other side now. Jesus Christ.
Well, you can jump. You have to up your prices then. It's kind of like, you know,
up your prices.
Getting a lot of plus.
Man hours.
A lot of. Do you want a lot of plus? I'll have the lot of plus. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're going out, you know, trying to dissuade all of the knights by saying, well, that's a double-edged sword. You don't want that. You only want a single-edged sword. They're like, what do you mean? Well, a double-edged sword is as likely to cut you as cut the other person. But I'm holding it at the edge that's not.
It's got a handle.
Edged. Right? I've got a handle still, right? You're still going to put a handle on the fucking thing, aren't you? The blacksmith's like, oh, Jesus God. Christ. Put a handle on it now. So, so I don't really know. Maybe I just don't get the saying. Maybe I'm picturing the wrong sword.
I think that is definitely take a note. Take a note on that one. 6 minutes in, double-edged sword. We'll get back on that. Sword.
Pros and cons. Pros, 2 edges. Cons, not sure. I think that's the idea. I think that's the problem.
Owies.
I'm not sure what the cons
Probably
are.
Just more owies. More chance of owies.
To other people. Anyway, to the protesters, I think they lose people a little bit along the way. Let's say middle ground people. Potential adherents.
The ones that love, because horse racing is a little bit closer to kind of not being cruel.
They'll never get people who love horse racing, but they might get people who are ambivalent towards horse racing.
Did they get you with that kind of because they stumped you? So did they get you?
They stumped me. I mean, like, I never see myself as having to be protested to convince me that cruelty to animals is wrong. You know what I mean? I always feel like, well, I'm already in the camp, so I don't really need to be protested to. So, you know what I mean? So, like, but this one I was kind of going, shit, I never actually thought about it too much, if I'm perfectly honest. You know?
I think it always kind of brings me back to the Bill Bailey kind of skit where he talks about the out-of-work beagles if they banned fox hunting. Like, what will they do with all the horses if they banned horse racing? You know, what are we going to do?
But that's surely a problem that has been created again by the industry. The industry then owes it to take care of the horses.
Until we can get the kind of population down, stop them all riding.
Stop them all riding?
Stop them all riding. Well, then what are we doing then? Is that cruelty to kind of stop the natural instinct of a horse? Like, do we now just like, no, we're going to let them live out their lives, but we're going to segregate them because we don't want them. We need to drive that population down. Seems a bit cruel to me.
You're making the black stallion take a fucking vow of chastity. That's cruel. That is cruel. You're right.
Create all these Game of Thrones. It can be a eunuch and horse.
Like Black Beauty. I mean, it's got to be torture. Fair enough for all the ugly horses. Easy peasy for those people, those horses to not get any. But Black Beauty.
Oh my God.
Tough.
Just talking about her now. Just talking about her. Oh.
Was it a girl or a boy?
I don't know actually. Well, I mean, does it matter?
Either way.
Does it matter?
Either way. These are just.
Either way, I will not be on the receiving end of anything. I will just. I will be. What? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I will be neither riding nor ridden.
Well, riding. That would be like. No, I don't. No. Black Beauty, beautiful horse.
Beautiful horse, and a lovely ride.
A lovely ride. We've talked about this before. We are horse riders ourselves, so. But we're reformed.
Yeah, we have.
We like to go around to these kind of things and tell people what it's been like to,
Actually,
it's been 25 years since my last ride.
Honestly, on the horse riding, I think I was the victim in those in that dynamic. I think the horses abused me because I was so shit at it. I should be. Where are my protesters? Actually, where are the people protesting against the horses treating me so badly?
Ow!
I've fallen off again. So complicated, complex, very, very complicated. This whole thing. It's a complex subject.
Just animal rights
for
in general.
For ready for it. Just horse riding.
Just horse riding. Just going to zero in on that one.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to crack it. We're never going to crack it, at least. Let's just, let's stick to the music, which we also never do.
Don't forget to like us on Substack, and follow us on Substack, and like us on Facebook, and all the other things. Everyone,
That's what I meant to say.
Substack, you should sign up to that email, because that's kind of when we are running a little late, like we are today. Around 12 to 14, 16 hours. Depends on what time we get this baby out at. We apologize for running late. We have no other excuse than life gets in our way, but we, like the Grand National again, we stay going. Doesn't matter. The fences are there and we hit them, but we run through them.
Yeah.
We keep going.
Yeah.
Because
the fences are there to get over in any way you see fit, in any way you can.
Exactly.
That's what
it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get over the fence. We'll get there.
Just get over it. That's what me and Andy are like.
Or we're like that as horses that have already...
pair of black beauties.
Yeah. But then we end up like that horse that threw its jockey and then ends up winning the race. Like, it's like everyone's rooting for that horse in the end, because it's just fun to see a horse. Now there's a horse that's fucking living its best life.
Listen to the protesters. He's like, those guys have a point. Yeah. Fuck this guy, and he throws him off.
And when he runs up to the bit, like I don't know, how familiar are you? How you do watch many horse racing things? But horse racing things like I do. The jumpies and the runnies.
Andrew's jumpies. Welcome.
But like those horses, even they run like when they're coming up to a fence, they're truly mocking the whole thing, because they sometimes don't even bother with the fence. They just go around the fence.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm getting fed at the end of this anyway, so it doesn't matter unless they're killed.
Well, fed or put down. You know, that's
the other side of it.
Brave.
That's the other side of it.
Really heroes. That's the other side of it. A third edge. A third edge to this sword. Whatever the fuck it is. Is it a sword anymore?
It seems more like a staff with three edges. Edges.
Or one of those morning stars. Why are we limiting it to medieval weapons? Why couldn't it be like a modern lightsaber? Modern lightsaber? Fictional weapons now.
It's just your modern day lightsaber, you know. It's
modern everyday run-of-the-mill lightsaber.
Harnessing just basic physics, atoms joining together that can be reignited by thought through the, they're all stable atoms.
Yeah. So it depends on the midichlorians. That's all. So, yes, Substack. That's what I was going to say. If the hackers are hacking, I said, just, man, put away your hacking bag. Just subscribe to us on Substack.
We'll give you everything.
It's easier.
We'll give you whatever you want.
You're going to get, you're going to get the whole lot.
You want pictures of me? You want naked pictures of me? I can draw one. Probably won't send it because...
Draw me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Yeah.
To quote Kate Winslet's character. I can't remember the name of her character in Titanic.
Rose.
Well done, Andy. I saw somebody put forward somewhere on the internet a good argument that she was in fact the biggest piece of shit in that movie. That her character, if you break down what she kind of, what she did in terms of
the initial looking down at him, kicks it off. So which makes her
everything. So first of all, she, okay, fair enough. She was maybe. So you can make the argument that she was a victim of the times, and that she was kind of forced into an unhappy relationship with your man. Can't remember his name either, and so that's why she was on the ship, enjoying first class, enjoying all the perks, let's say, of it. But still, nonetheless, a prisoner of that. So she kind of that is sad that she's a victim there for sure. But then she goes off with Leo's character. Leaves your man to die, getting a bit dicey there. Steals this precious gem, and then holds on to the precious gem, lets Jack fucking die. Now he sacrifices himself for her, I guess, so you could she absolve her of that. But it gets really dodgy there at the end then, when like she goes along on this big mad expedition, the whole point of which is to find this precious gem, which she knows the entire time that she has. And she's there sitting on the ship, regaling them all with stories, telling them this, telling them that. They're all sitting there going, cool, yeah, you're an amazing woman. I really hope we find this precious stone, by the way. And they're all like, she's like, yeah. And let me tell you another story about how awesome Jack was. And they're like, great, cool, yeah. And do you think maybe the stone is here? If we look at this wreckage, we're just dropping this multi-million euro submarine down to have a look. Maybe help us out. Can you direct us through? Yeah, sure, cool. Oh, that's where me and Jack made love, and that's where me and Jack blah blah. And then at the very end of it all, she fucks the thing into the water.
Is that what she does in the
What
end?
a dickhead.
I don't even remember what she does at the end.
Yeah. And she makes this little silly sound when she does it. Oh, oh, like that. Just throws it into the water. I think it's lousy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good. So it was a good argument put forward. I read it. I was like, that's a good point.
Wasn't it crazy at the time when you think back on it how much people were in love with that movie and were going to see it repeatedly? I wasn't one of them, and I don't where's like I'd ever run, but like I just never. I just didn't have the graw for just watching 3 hours of the Titanic movie. Just.
I think I did.
You
I did watch it, and I have to say it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's just between the whole Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, and the movie, it's just like it brings. I think it's all wrapped up in a lot of trauma because I think we've spoken before about the kind of the discos that we went to when we were younger, and that was another one. That was another song that when you came on, it was like shit. Andrew's alone again. We're all alone every night in my. It goes on for fucking ever. You're here. I know I'm fucking here. I'm fucking. Jeez, will you put on the fucking Venga Boys again or something? Just. I'm not something else. I'm not going to dance to. There's nothing. Fucking people going fucking 90 in the fucking on the dance floor. We have to keep to the tempo of the music, the vibe. And I know my.
Yeah, that presumably was the shifting song. I didn't really go to many discos.
Yes, it was that was the kissing or the tongue kissing song. The shifting song. Yeah.
The shifting song.
That would have been, that was one. The Trisha Yearwood one as well. I always remember that. But I went to a few of these kind of, what were they called when we were young? Like No Name? Wasn't that, is that a club or
Name.
Wasn't that No Name was a thing that happened like, I think they happen a lot more frequently now if I'm talking to my kind of families and their nieces and nephews going to things that like, like organized clubbing for like the 14 to 16, I don't know, 13 to 16-year-olds, where they're trying to get drink beforehand and stuff like that and whatever. I think we probably would have done the same. No, I don't really have much memory of drinking before them. I just remember, just because they're all held in like giant hall as well. So did you not have many memories of these kind of things?
I went to two.
Too
I
cool.
think I only went to two of them
at a young age, probably. Were you fucking cool?
Oh, way too cool, Andy. Yes, you're remembering me accurately. No, I definitely went to two. One was a school one, and another one was as you call it, a No Name. But I think my inexperience showed I just didn't really know what to do, and also didn't at the time realize. I think Dave Chappelle said, when you're ugly, you have to realize you have to work that out for yourself. Nobody tells you. You have to work it out through all of the signals that you're getting from life. And I was still in the early days of receiving the signals, so I didn't know how to interpret them. So like you see all these people shifting, you're like, I think that's the point of all this, and yet I guess I'll just not do that. What do people do when they're not doing that?
When will I be proposed to? When will the line start? Commence?
Is rejection a big part of this? Is it supposed to be a big people shaking they're shaking? Do women shaking their heads? Does that mean something else that it doesn't mean here? Usually outside of here.
It's cruel. It was a cruel.
What's happening?
Cruel landscape. In terms of just kind of just all of it. Fucking being a fucking teenager sucks. I don't know what the fuck it's like being a teenager now, but probably sucks as well.
Like, you'd love to have known back then that it doesn't matter as much as you think it matters. I know we've spoken of this before, but it would be nice to have that confidence and that understanding that it's not as the be all and end all that you think it is. That would be brilliant. It would be much healthier for you if you knew that, I think.
Yeah, but not to get into kind of I don't want to get down to a fucking sad. How are you?
Well, look, it's more like, you know what I mean? You have this image of Leonardo DiCaprio, holding Kate Winslet on the bow of the Titanic, and you think, well, that's normal. Whereas like that's completely abnormal.
Yeah.
That's totally abnormal.
Yeah, yeah. But but then the kind of lyrics of the song start hitting home for you, like, or the lack of reality of those lyrics of the songs. Like I can't remember for some reason. Trisha Yearwood is, but I cannot remember the song. But I know she had something that was constantly like the shifting song, as you said.
Okay.
But I can't remember what it was. It'll come back to me. But yeah, a lot of those. Like they must have, I don't know, the people writing these songs, because when you look back at some of those songs, you're like, oh wow, this wasn't AI generated. Someone actually sat down and wrote this. And these generic kind of lyrics that are kind of popping out, and it's yeah, every fucking week the AI thing kind of seems to be fucking getting a new, like it's getting the video part of it is getting a lot more fucking crazy now, and I just keep on thinking about lyrics of songs and just trying not to be cynical about people releasing songs. I think the nice thing about us is that we've been taking so long to do this. It's clear. There's no way. If our aim was to just be successful, then we're really. But it's not. Success is not our aim.
No. We don't know what our aim is yet. We're like the horse that's thrown the rider. We're just going forward,
but having a great time.
And sometimes not. We're wearing all the gear. We've got the saddle, the bridle, the number, the whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going the right direction, but we're not 100% sure of why. But yeah, nobody would be able to accuse us of using artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, it's our just basic regular intelligence behind all of
every week we turn up here, only our intelligence, only us.
That's all we got, and our moxie. I had some. Oh yeah, AI. You said AI is getting, lad. There is an upside to AI though. The upside is, you know, the way you get ads on YouTube. And they're super and horrible, annoying ads. I really don't like the way they drop an ad in like 2 minutes into like a 10-minute clip. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a dick move. But anyway, I'm getting these ads now of did I tell you about these already? Maybe the Tai Chi AI ads.
I don't know if you did. I think maybe we would, but like the guy that can make your body look really good, like if you just do his thing, but badly dubbed over.
But there's a new one now where it's where it's this old guy and he's holding a phone as if, you know the way people record themselves in the mirror. So he's holding the phone as if he's recording himself in the mirror. So you know what he has posted would be the reflection of himself, except he's outside. The video has him outside in a garden where there'd be no mirror, and he's standing there with his t-shirt up and his belly showing, right? And he goes, "I'm going to start chair Tai Chi this week. Sure hope it's worth it." And then the next clip is him 2 weeks later. The guy is jacked to the fucking tits, but still holding the phone camera in a way that makes no sense. There's nothing to reflect off of. So it's as if he's being filmed, finding his phone at the camera. It makes no sense, but it's hilariously bad. Like it's really good. You know, so that's the upside. AI, I think.
Not sure what my algorithm is doing these days, but like, or if it's a push. But there's this massive. I guess like weight loss tablets are a massive thing these days. Are they for a lot of people? I don't know, but like, seems to be fucking huge on whatever. Whatever my kind of search. I don't know what words are. Whatever the thing is, just why you so. It's just relentless, and all these different people, and like you know, and they have the way they advertise it. I don't think it's AI, the people, but like you know, it's just an animation of like, this is how it works. You eat the tablet, and you just see like fat fizzling away. It's like it diluted it and just fell off. It just doesn't make any sense. But all the people look great. all the people are like, this is the 6 weeks ago, and look at me now, and everyone has to kind of just wear really tight shit and just, I don't know, go roller skating or something. Yeah, there's a lot.
Can't argue with the results.
No,
that's the thing. You can't argue with the results. Again, another AI one where they're advertising a cleaning product to me, where the drains are blocked, and this person,
and they've nailed it.
You just see this, you just see this person pouring powder into a sink, and the whole, like, it's a disgusting blocked sink, and like the whole thing just starts swirling, and it just turns into like a toilet drain, like a pristinely clear. It's so badly, shittily done, like.
Yeah,
They're brilliant. They're really good. I really enjoy those ads because they're so bad.
Oh man!
But how has my week been? My week's been it's been fine. NCT update.
Oh yeah.
NCT update.
Yeah, you nailed it, I assume. Or well,
so
you got it.
I told you during the week, didn't I, that I got an email from them, basically saying, we're sorry for that inconvenience, that and we've booked an appointment for you within the parameters that you've set for us. So
Please,
there you go.
please leave,
No, I haven't passed yet.
Leave our families alone.
Yeah, stop being so shocked. Okay. So yeah, that's so I just have to go and book it in now and attend, and hopefully it all works out. Fingers crossed.
Nice. Yeah, not much going on in Berlin right now at the moment. It's fucking freezing though. I guess you're hearing all about it in Ireland, and mainland Europe is in a fucking cold snap, or maybe you're not.
No,
but it's been like today. I think it's like feel is minus 13 or minus 14 today. So it's fucking freezing. All the lakes are frozen over. I took my first tumble in years on ice. One of the comical ones. Where I was talking to Pauline about, like, how when you see someone slipping, how they try to regain their composure and try to continue as normal, and just blast through it. But there was no saving this one. I was just walking across a fucking playground, and what happened was, like, imagine me walking, and I take a step with my left foot, but I slip with my left foot in front of me inside. So it's not like a slip where I slipped out. I slipped inwards, and I was holding a book at the same time. So I had no hands.
Your fault. That's all your fault.
I know. I was reading. I looked out and I was like, I haven't slipped in years. I know these. I know how ice works. And it fucking. And the same thing. Like, I don't even really remember. No, I do remember falling in the bang, but I got up so fast because I had that exact reaction as well, because I was in a schoolyard, and there was some students around, there was some parents around, and it's just embarrassing. And I got up straight away and I started walking on, and then after about 5 minutes, I was like, I can't remember which side I fell on because I got up so fast and just ran. And I guess adrenaline or the pain doesn't kick in straight away, but like about fucking 5 hours later, I was like, oh, it's my left hand side. Oh my God.
No doubt about it. I'm dead on that side now.
Yeah. So that was my major tumble. My kid has taken a few wallops now as well. He's like the younger one. He loves kind of everywhere he goes. He's like kind of Silver Surfer style. It's just he searches out the ice and he kind of just glides along. The shit being damned that's underneath all that ice, and he can just fly along. Every time,
shit, yes,
because he just goes off into because obviously the places they don't sweep, like street sweep for the salt or the sand or whatever, is like in the same places where dogs shit all the time. And but no dog shit yet. But he has taken 2 fine wallops to the head, 2 fine wallops, and I just do wonder sometimes how much I should kind of worry. Like the first one was when we actually were in Mauer Park. The older one was training there. So me and Seamus we were just kind of up at the top of a hill. Or no, we were just up on one of the hills and just kind of taking this kind of plastic toboggan thing that we have down, just flying down. So he did it a couple of times, and I hadn't done it at all yet, but he came down at one stage, and like it's a long hill and you can get up a fair bit of speed, but you cannot control the way this thing is going because it's just
that's good. That's good.
It's a disc.
At least you can't control it, but you're going fast.
Well, you can if you stick your legs out and your hands out, and you use your hands and legs as kind of the steering, but that's not
use your body
because you're slowing down yourself down. Then. So anyway, he had his hands on the handles on the inside, so he was picking up as much speed as possible. But then he started spinning and he went backwards. Like he was still going down and he was still fine until the thing stuck in the ground in the front where his back was, and he just went back and he just banged his head straight off the ground and behind it. Very fucking sore. And yeah, and it's like frozen ground as well, so it's like a full on just whack to the head. So, but then I did the thing that any father would do, is like, I'll show him that I'm not afraid either. And I did. I climbed that hill and I, whatever you called it, slid down the hill. It was fine. It was good fun. I don't get up as much speed, and I was a bit scared of banging my head. So I did it once. Right, there you go. Come on. Back up.
Get back up there.
Up there.
Back up there.
It was so funny. There was a woman there that arrived with her 2 kids. Like one of them, I'd say, was about 6, and the other was about 3. The 3-year-old was in a cruiser, like the equivalent of a buggy, but one that you can put behind a bike. And so she was going up she went up the hill with the 6-year-old and came down, and they had a real sled. They had a real wooden sled, one that you can kind of, where it's going. And when she went up and she came back down in there, and then she said to her 3-year-old, who may have been sick or something like that, but she was just like talking away to him, going like, come on, kind of an English accent and kind of a Peppa Pig kind of accent. Come on, Johnny, we'll give it a try. Come on, we'll go and give it a try. She had to try and put the kid's jacket on, and kids started fucking getting pissed off, and it was just like screaming, kind of started crying. And then she was like, so she kept on saying to the kid, come on, Johnny, you have to try. Come on, you have to try. And she kept saying, you have to try, like so many times, one after the other. Like I was like again, not again, but like, I could empathize with this situation. Like you have one kid that's just freaking out. You have the other kid with the sled and the toboggan, and you're fucking, you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to go all the way fucking back home because the younger one is crying. But like, this is impossible. It's too cold. They won't put on their jacket. They won't put on their gloves. They're gonna freeze in about 10 seconds. So they're crying because they don't want this right now. But in 10 seconds, they're just gonna be crying out of pain in the cold. But anyway, I don't get involved because not my kids. So I'm just kind of watching. So she keeps going, you have to try. The kid just fucking screams like, I don't have to try. And then she starts going like she was in full on panic mode. She started, you don't have to try. She started going. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, and all this time, like I'm sitting there watching my kid, like just like with a cup of coffee, just kind of like, I had hit the kind of nice moment of parenting. She was in the woods, as they say.
She was having a full-on breakdown.
Oh God, it was horrible. It was so cold. Like I said, minus 10, minus 13. And just like, you have to keep moving and you have to keep wearing gloves. And it's just, this kid was just like freaking out. And so she had to just pick up all the shit that she had carried, like the cruiser, the sled, and she's carrying all the shit because it's a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. And it's just like, it's just one of those moments where you definitely consider, do you want to be a parent? That's the, but then you could like look over at my situation. It's like, oh, look, that looks pretty chill. That's like, this could work, but it's one kid. And getting out of those early years where it's just, they're still kind of, they don't make sense sometimes. Like, they're irrational. That's the word I was looking for, but not to the extent of a fucking 3-year-old or a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old.
You mentioned there that we probably know about that in Europe, but we don't have a clue because we are like we're fucking looking out for Noah's Ark here in Ireland, like the fucking rain.
Oh, really?
Floods and
I read that actually. I read that's a couple of places.
Yeah, like the thing about rain, it's way less fun than there's not so many activities that you've just described there that we can do with floods.
Yeah.
Way less fun.
Yeah,
less of a fun time vibe from the old flooding. I think.
I think that's one of the things that I would always say, like that I like about Berlin, is it's set seasons. It just does feel like it has set seasons. Now this is everyone's saying this is the coldest. It's the coldest, and it probably is since the year I moved to Berlin with you, or to come over to visit you, and then we decided to move to Berlin. That was freezing that time when we came here. It's the exact same as that now, except, well, it's not started melting yet. It's not as slushy.
Do you remember you remember we found a washing machine in Gorlitzer Park and we tried to toboggan it down the hill?
Yes, we use it as a bobsled down the hill. It
down
worked
the hill.
for a little bit, but then the kind of bits of oil
10
started
feet.
coming off it and stuff like that, and all over our hands and stuff. So we did what any responsible Görlitzer citizen would do: is like we got up and left it there,
Left it there.
moved on to the next.
It's part of the park now.
Yeah. So,
so it's a bit of a more of a different vibe here, and a bit of more of a wet vibe than a tobogganing vibe here in Ireland at the moment.
Then, I guess so. And you've been working all week, so you have not been wandering the streets of Limerick looking at the music scene.
No, but do you know what I did have this morning? I had a brunch, like an organized brunch with some people this morning. It was very nice. Yeah, I had them over, and just chewed the cud, as they say, and shot the shit. And when the cud was chewed and the shit was shot, we all said our goodbyes, and we it was great. It was really nice, just because this group of friends, I've been trying to get them to.
Very mature.
Yeah, exactly. I commented on that. I was like, we've been all trying to meet up for drinks for the last 6 months or so, and it's been impossible. And even one of them wasn't able to come today. But the second I put out a brunch invite, like flies to shit.
Sounds like you're being fattest there again, Ed. If that was me now, I would have taken that up, but maybe that's just my sensitivity to the weight thing. But
well, take some more of those pills, man. You gotta give in to the advertising.
Fizzles.
Nobody loves you. Nobody. What do you mean now? The fattest? I sounded fattest. Why was that?
As soon as you said there was going to be a brunch, they're all.
No. It's more about. No. It's more about the. It's more about the. That's where we are in our lives now.
Absolutely.
That's the kind of social thing we are doing now. Is not drinking anymore.
Unless you're listening and like you're in your early 20s, early 30s, then we also rock as well. We can rock when we need a rock. We can rock.
Rock hard. So, yeah.
Well, I guess
what we are.
My wanderings this week were, I guess, in a similar way, not brunch, but early evening entertainment. I was at last Saturday. I have a few clips of it, but it's not really. It wasn't a music thing I went to, even though there was music. I went to see a Silks performance.
No.
For those who are unaware or have not heard us talking about Silks is this, I guess, a dance / gymnastics, acrobatics type of thing that people go on.
Is there not? Wait, sorry. Is there not another word that should be with the Silks, just to define it a bit better? Because I mean, I know what you mean, but is it not called? Aerial silks or something? No.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Not just silks.
That's what I
went to see Silks. Sounds
Thanks,
more
aerial silks.
Sounds more seductive.
It does.
It's aerial silks.
It's kind of a.
It's the vital
thing.
I think
it's a dancey kind of a thing. How would you? I have clearly prepared a lot here for this, but how would you describe aerial silks, Ed?
I describe silk. Now I don't know for sure if so. Okay, aerial silks is where I think you hang like silk material, long, thin,
two
silk material from a high.
Imagine a rope, but it's a big lump of silk.
Yeah, and then this acrobatic person works their way up and down the silks. They can wrap it around their body to go up, and then unravel it to come down, and they can do all sorts of mad maneuvers with just the power of their body and the wrapping the silk around stuff. It would make sense that it would be silk though, because it would be soft and there wouldn't be as much friction burn, I suppose.
Yeah, and it just looks cool as well. The way it moves, because it's so light, it adds to the. Oh man, like listen,
you're really into the silk.
I am now. I was pleasantly. I came to so that it was at 5 o'clock, and the reason I was there was because a friend of ours was having his first performance. And
Amazing.
yeah, and the last time I saw him at that height was when he was stuck on a rope bridge for an extraordinary long length of time. But a
Ah, eh,
similar,
in a similar kind of situation, like
it's absolutely like to see the man harnessing the power of like the
yeah.
tanglement was amazing, and it's all like because the whole thing with from my understanding of the silks, that's what we call it. My understanding of the silks
Which is extensive, as we've established.
is that like you're always like you're building towards a pose in a similar way to kind of like I don't know, when ice skating or kind of they're doing some sort of lots of movements and then they hold and then they get enough speed up and then they hold a pose and then
Mm.
they kind of hold it for 5 seconds and then they kind of start they do a very delicate dance to get to the next position that they want to be in and they hold a pose in that position.
Okay.
And yeah, and it was just amazing to watch him kind of yeah, fly up and down this thing, knowing the kind of the tricks of the trade to kind of. So he was kind of he's leveled like there was 3 levels to this. This is all a studio very near Janowitzbrücke. These 2 amazing studios right beside the canal. I think that now I haven't even fucking looked up the name of the dance studio. I think it's called Flixer. Definitely begins with a like Flicker. Oh, it's called Flicker, maybe Flicker or Flixer. You can Google it, but it's owned by an Irish lady.
Okay.
Very beautiful studio, like obviously huge high roof, but it's underneath the train station, and the roof is arched, like the way underneath the train station there's all these different arches kind of moving along. And she has 2 studios there side by side where they do the classes and the workshops and the performances, and just a really nice setting. You go in and there's a big dance floor, loads of silks hanging down, and everyone just is going to sit on the edge kind of watching. So
Mm.
there's about, I'd say, 70, 80 people there, maybe, or maybe
Oh, that's a
give or
lot.
take. Yeah, maybe a bit less. I don't know. I'm not good at judging crowds sometimes.
Seven
Um,
hundred.
so, and yeah, settled in, and then performance was pretty early. Yeah, and he nailed it, man. He fucking nailed it. Like again, just amazed. I kind of made the joke that it's literally the what's he doing this weekend podcast kind of. I feel like I'm just kind of he's putting my kids through college. But yeah, he climbed up that rope, like all the kind of tricks of the trade of kind of flicking your foot around the rope to make it a standing. It's even the physics of it is kind of really interesting of how they understand how to do it, and then you have the more advanced dancers who are like fucking like letting go of the rope, but then like because they're unraveling all the way down, and then but they've timed it so well that that the rope will just stop you at the very edge of before you hit the ground, and it's just like fucking hell. Just a really
Mm.
impressive, I guess, kind of dance acrobatics show, but with silks. And but it was all a mixture of things. So there was a solo performance first, and then there was the group of the level one where our mate was doing it, and then the whole way through, then there was this lady who was emceeing, and she actually it ended up being like a load of silk dancing, and this lady performing as well. Like she was what was her name again? Oh man, because I had to restart my computer now. I threw off everything.
Mm.
So I have to just quickly because I to be honest with you, the recordings are bad because I didn't well because they were she played the ukulele a little bit and sang her own song, and she also played the piano, but the whole the setting, the sound was it was nice if you were there, but pretty hard
Yeah.
to hear if you're not. But her name is Bella Goldman. I'll just play a little bit of her. Watch this.
Okay.
Bella Goldman. You can find her on Spotify. These are not quality recordings, and she's a beautiful jazzy kind of soul singer. Yeah, so that was Bella Goldman, and she sang a song about some artist that she had met, some hero of hers that they all recognized in this studio. Like, imagine saying, I don't know, yeah. So Bruce Springsteen was here, and they're all like, oh yeah, Bruce Springsteen. And she met him, and she had a conversation with him, and she wrote a song about him, and then it ended up that he heard about the song and got back to her. So you kind of, it seems like a bit of a kind of a hero of hers that she met and wrote a song about meeting him, and then he contacted her back to say it was a nice song. So it was a sweet story.
Oh, very nice. But was she wasn't an aerial silker herself?
And she was a silker as well. That was the exciting thing in the end. Yeah, so she was kind of emceeing, and then she had because they said they had a few injuries. I think they had to pad out the event a little bit. But for me, it was just like, oh, this is fucking brilliant. Apart from the seating situation, because when you go to any of these like silky places, these jujitsu kind of dojos, it's like everyone. It seems like they think everyone has perfect posture that they can stay sitting on the ground with your back straight for a very long period of time. Which I can manage about 5 minutes before I am very conscious of the pain in my back. And oh God, I was in such pain at the end. But like, I did it for you. I did it for you. So
art. I would imagine, you said that there was people injured. I would imagine that happens a lot. That seems to me that the potential for injury would be quite high, I would say, for that. If you're
it's wild.
I mean, strangulation alone would be, I'd say, a high risk factor.
But then again, like it must be like so damaging to their bodies as well. Just in the general, like without doing the silk stick, just being able to kind of rotate your, like the way dancers do their shit, like ballet dancers or any kind of like dancer where they're kind of putting their leg over their head. Now, our mate was not putting his leg over his head, but he did pull off some very surprising moves. Like I don't think anything surprises you really. He's the kind of person that surprises you but doesn't surprise you. You know what I mean?
I get you.
It's like I'm surprised you can do this, but I'm not surprised you can do it because you're the kind of person that just goes, I'll just do this for 6 months, stay dedicated to this, and I'll be able to do it at the end of it. And he can. Yeah, he's a real inspiration.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that component of it bad for you? I mean, flexibility and all that sort of stuff. I think it's probably good for you, no?
God, I don't know. Like, is the body supposed to? Are you supposed to be able to wrap your head around your legs?
I'm not. No, but other people might be.
Yeah.
Like I still cannot touch my toes, and like my whole life, I could never touch my toes, and every single person
while keeping your knees straight, I guess.
Yeah, just general. They're so smelly. I cannot bring myself to touch them. They're so disgusting. Yes, while keeping my legs straight, I can't touch them. And like anytime I'm in a situation where there's somebody leading a stretch, you know what I mean, like after exercise or whatever, and I was like, now touch your toes, everyone touch it. They're always fucking harping on about it's touching your toes. Like, I can't, just leave me alone, can't do it. So emasculating.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot
I'm
of
a man, goddammit.
They could touch their toes, but it's really nice. They the theme was elements, I think. So they were all like fire, water. I actually did that at the start. They were like, so they were having the elements, and they were doing the guessing game of like, so we themed this with elephants. So we have fire, water, and then they were kind of wind. And then I knew the last one was earth, but I didn't have the bravery to say it. And then the other part of me wanted to say heart, because it was like, surely there's a lot of people can't hear anything about the four elements without thinking of Captain Planet. Like, it's just impossible.
Mira Jovovich in The Fifth Element. Mira Jovovich, her character in The Fifth Element.
Oh, what did she? What was her thing? I don't remember that.
She was the Fifth Element. Her character was the Fifth Element. Lilu.
Yes. Lilu. What was the Fifth Element? She was the Fifth Element.
She was the Fifth Element, I think. Wasn't that it?
That's it.
I believe. They had earth, wind, fire, and water.
Earth, and Jim.
And Lilu Dallas multipass. You remind me of, like, I was in a class once, and it was an art class, and the teacher was there going, what did she say? She said something like, emotions. We're going to explore emotions. And
what class was this? Sorry,
I think it was a life drawing class or something like that. And
like in school, or you went to a life drawing class?
No, in college.
College, okay.
And so this is yeah. So anyway, so she was like, today we're going to explore emotions. We're at the very start of the class, like, and so starting with the basics. So she goes, so let's talk about some emotions. Someone let's start naming some emotions. So you know what I mean. This is the you could be talking to 25-year-olds or you could be talking to 3-year-olds. This question works, right? Anyway, people said sadness. People said joy. Then people start running out of answers, and it was on Erasmus, and there was one guy that we went over with, and he just shouts out hunger. And all of us are like, oh, for fuck's sake. He was the only Irish person that had answered. And he just volunteered this. She wasn't expecting any more emotions. And he just goes, hunger. We're like, oh, you fucking ape.
Did she take it? Of course she did.
She did not take it.
No. She called him out.
No. She was like, no, we're more talking about, she was kind of gentle with it, but she's like, no, we're more talking about as opposed to, emotional feelings as opposed to physiological feelings.
Hunger.
Like she's cushioned it. So I'm hungry. Oh, fuck. Like, that just ruined the rest of the class for me because I just laughing for the rest of the class. I probably missed out on some seriously insightful stuff about how to relate art and emotions because like all I could think about was how hungry this fucking Egypt was. Oh, it was brilliant. Oh my god. Hunger. Yeah, let's draw that. Just draw the big cheeseburger.
Getting really meticulous though. It's like a perfect cheeseburger. It's like just like it looks like cheese is dripping in real time.
Yeah.
And then he just
I just loved how he
tries to
shouted
draw
out.
something else and it's just shit. It's just like
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, even now, my fucking tears run down my eyes just laughing at that guy.
No, they were no. So yeah, we did the elements. There were there was I think the lady that was performing, the Bella Goldman, sorry. She was part of the Earth Crew. Very, very dark, and it's really nice what they can do in terms of kind of like just bringing the silks and a kind of a theme and a performance together. Kind of like a lot of it is kind of like they're all climbing the silks like almost like caterpillars or something like that. But then the music changes and it's like dramatically, and then they're all spinning with their arms out. But no, very Evanescence.
Yeah.
For some reason, I couldn't stop thinking of Evanescence the whole time I was there. Bring me to life, or something like that. Wake me up, I can't wake up. Just kind of, it kind of lent itself to this dramatic kind of like spinning round
Operatic.
and going down the silks. And like you're spinning down there.
Curl me up inside, but that's a little too tight. Oh my god, I'm choking.
Help me, please. I have another recording of her. I'm going to play it as a little piano. Please.
Go.
Oh no, it's the same one. Fuck that shit. Okay, I've got two of the same recordings. Maybe I don't. No, maybe I got nothing of her on the piano. I don't know. I can't remember that. I have one more bit though, because it was the one lady performed by herself. She again, it was like a kind of like a little theater piece, and she wasn't using silks. She was using this giant ring. Okay, you're smiling. I was like, what were you hoping I'd say?
No, I don't know. No. She wasn't using silks. She was chainsaw.
No, she had like equivalent of a hula hoop, bigger than a hula hoop, made of metal, but like it connects up to where the silks go as well. It was in the very center of the room, and underneath her ring then was a crash mat, which are underneath all of them. And one side was a violin case, and on the other side was what you couldn't see if you had a kind of a front of stage view, but we could see it because I was on the side of the stage, was another violin. So she the whole her piece was kind of like so she had pre-recorded talking over her over the music, and it was like when I was 15, my grandfather gave me my first violin. Da, 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 da. It was all very nice. Like, when you're, it was really nice. Like, I think when I go to these things and I'm like, people putting themselves out there, it's really, really kind of letting people, like, just doing whatever they kind of want and however they want to express it, and express both their musical talent, which this lady was extremely musical talent, or their dance talent, and I guess their just ability to come up with a theme and an idea. And so this over commentary of the music was happening, and then she was kind of acting out the piece, like, I couldn't believe I had this violin. And of course, at that moment, she's picking up the violin. It's really, really beautiful. And then she's kind of moving very eloquently around the floor, but still not got onto the ring. And then she goes to the other side of the crash mat where the other violin is, and this is an electric violin that's hooked up to the to the to the speaker system. And she gets her violin, she ties it onto herself. So she obviously has some sort of system for this thing, where she's done it before, where she's the first time she's ever done it. Of course, she's done it before.
Wow.
Ties her violin onto herself, like, so it's in that perfect place for the crook of the neck. Climbs up onto the ring, starts fucking spinning like crazy around it, and then starts playing the violin while she's kind of posing in this thing. So, like, she's doing 360s constantly and playing the violin up on this place while keeping her balance, just hooking one leg
Wow.
onto this. And that was very entertaining. And she was just a gifted violin player as well. And she also she did it. So now she did that, and then she kind of done a couple of moves. All of this with like a violin strapped to the side of your neck. So it's just like, so she's trying to do all these kind of interesting
That's
movements
amazing.
while
That's so
having
cool.
it was just amazing. And then to finish it, it was she did the same thing, or she somehow, whatever way she moved, she got the speed, and the speed at which she was kind of turning up really fast again. And then she kind of flipped herself upside down, and then she played the violin upside down, while kind of spinning on this kind of ring. And this was all for €5, by the way. This was €5 from 5 to 6 in the afternoon. It was just, I was like, this is fucking quality price for an extra.
Man.
This is a little of her violin session. Yeah. So that was her.
Wow, that must have really impressed the crowd, I would say.
Absolutely, yeah. It was really nice. So it was nice. But as I said, I did not much in the line of folk music, but it was definitely a different side. Just a really amazing venue to see. So yeah, if you're ever in the silks game, ever in the market for some silks, you need some silk, and hit me up. I've got some contacts there in that world now.
You know where to find some, but not that you can buy.
Not that I can buy, actually. No, I don't know where you buy all these long silks. Can't be a
Yeah.
niche.
There must be a tensile strength element to using silks as well, I would say.
Probably, yeah. There has to be a reason why they've kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be going on Temu to buy your silks. You need to be investing on this. Just putting a proper investment.
Yeah. Have you ever bought anything from Temu? I've never bought anything from Temu.
When it first kind of the initial kind of, well, I'll be Temu, look how cheap this stuff. I did buy a shower rail, and then it was like, then the whole kind of, oh wait, this is very bad for the world. And now, in fairness, the shower rail is still there, and I couldn't get a shower rail like it anywhere. It's exactly what I needed for kind of our limited spaced.
What's the round one? The semicircular round one, that one, is it?
Yeah, like a rugby ball almost. It just sticks out on the wall, and so it just means, because our bathroom, I feel like it used to be kind of servants' quarters or something like that. It's quite a tight spot. It's a tight spot.
Speaking of tight spots, we got to hang this up now fairly soon, don't we?
We do, yeah. It's 58, 42. Listen, man.
How on earth? Where did the time go?
Where did the time go? Fucking, I spent my day with fucking IKEA furniture, so that this day has disappeared, man. I've made the same desk like twice because I've made up a study desk that kind of reminded me of being back in college myself. But we used to buy things in Argos. Remember, used to go to get a study desk. Built the whole study desk and realized the shelf was on the wrong side, so I had to dismantle the entire study desk and fucking build it again the opposite fucking side. Oh, it's such an irritating thing to happen. Anyways, enough about me.
I like putting those things together, though.
It is until that happens. Listen, let's talk over the final credits. We love you all. Have a nice week, everyone.
I'll save my embarrassing story so for the end of the credits if I have time. So I was down at the gym there recently, and at the start of the gym, they like to do these, these social media posts. And so they came up to me and they said, look, we'd like you to say a word to the camera. We'll record you. Say a word to the camera about the gym, how you feel. And I said, okay. And they said, we'll come over on to you with the phone. So then they went to another guy, did the same thing. He had his turn first. He said endorphins. I couldn't think of anything. So I just said, amazing.
Dolphins.